What's up, everybody? We've got a new guitar here to unbox, and I can't wait to share this guitar with you all. I'm really curious to see what this guitar is all about. But yes, as the title of this video suggests, I bought a brand new Jackson guitar. And if you're a viewer of this channel and you saw a video that I put out just 2 days ago, I bought this guitar with you all for a video. And yeah, dude, it only took 24 hours. This guitar showed up yesterday. And, you know, that's awesome. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't want to wait for a guitar to show up to my house. I didn't want to wait like a month or something like that. I want content and I want it now. And in this box is a shape and a model from Jackson Guitars that I've never tried and I've always been intrigued by. So with that being said, everybody, I'm going to take you guys along for the journey here in this video. Unbox it, check it out, first impressions, all that cool stuff, okay? So be sure to follow me on any sort of streaming service platform. My name is Xander Raymond Charles. I'm a guitar player and a solo artist. I write all of my own instrumental guitar and electronic synth music, and it's heavy and it's awesome. I'm really proud of like where I'm going lately. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts and opinions on this guitar. And if you're liking these types of videos, let me know let me know down below in the comment section. It's early. It's like 8:30 in the morning here. All right, everybody. So let's get into this guitar right now. Let's see what happens. All right, everybody. We got another Jackson box right here, and first impressions, this guitar feels really light, and that makes a lot of sense because there's not much to these guitars. Here we go. Oh, I'm stoked, man. I'm really excited. First impressions, this guitar is weird. It feels really weird, man. In case you guys can't figure it out, this is in fact a Jackson Warrior. If you guys are finding this video randomly or not up to speed of like I bought one of these, you know, in a video with my audience, that's what we got here today, a Jackson Warrior, and I'm excited, man. Woo! All right, cool. What a weird shape. Here it is, everybody. Dang. First impressions. Okay. Really small body. I'm like fascinated with how little this body feels and how it looks. Like, it's giant. It's a giant guitar when you look at it, but like right here, it's like that's such a little guitar, man. It's so interesting. And now just making sure that it arrived safely at my house, it appears it did so. No seemingly any major imperfections anywhere. I think we're okay, everybody. I think we're gonna be okay. So this is from the JS series. This is the most affordable line that you can get from Jackson Guitars. To the best of my knowledge, this guitar shipped to my door was about $430 US, which that's not exactly cheap. You know, 400 bucks, 40 bucks is a lot of money to me. But that being said, in comparison to say like the X series, which runs about $750, the Pro Plus series models, like the pure metals, like $1,400 bucks. And then the USAs are like, you know, $4,500, $5,000. So all that considered, I am content with spending only 400 bucks to get one of these into my house, shipped to the door. Now there are a little bit of imperfections. I will say there's a pretty sizable gap between the body and the neck. So I'll take a picture of that. I'll show it up close. Doesn't really matter to me because, you know, my guitars, they get used and abused, especially when I travel. So as long as it plays good, I don't really care. But, you know, I do feel like I have a sense of responsibility with you guys, those of you who watch this channel, for my opinions and my advice. That is something to keep in mind. The Floyd is not flush. It is kind of recessed a little bit. So that's an issue that I'll have to fix myself whenever I set this guitar up. But again, don't really care. Very aware of how much money this thing costs or didn't cost. So that's, you know, it is what it is there. We also have a pretty sizable dent by the headstock on the back of the neck. We have several actually, so that's interesting. These are made in China. And apart from that, man, like, I think this guitar is exactly what I was anticipating. Like, it looks how I would expect it to look. You know what I mean? Let's do the is it in tune test. Let me get a little closer so you can guys hear this. Nice. So it is not set up at all. It just feels like they just slapped on some strings and, you know, let it let it roll out the door. We also have some pretty interesting marks on the fretboard, some pretty interesting gouges, but I mean, I don't necessarily care about that, but it is interesting. Like, damn, like what the hell were you doing there? This neck profile feels very similar to what a Jackson feels like. I actually love the unfinished necks. Most Jacksons that I've ever come across, generally speaking, have glossy painted back of the necks, and I think we can all agree we don't really like that as guitar players. I don't know really if I've ever heard any guitar player say they prefer a finished glossy neck over a non-finished neck, or just like a, you know, an oil rub neck. So that's cool. I dig that a lot. This is a bolt-on, which is rather rare for Jackson guitars. Besides the Dinky, I think most of their guitars are neck throughs or some sort of neck through construction. We have a 3-way, volume and a tone. Cool, everything feels smooth there. Let's see if there's any other imperfections on this guitar. No, I mean, apart from those ones that I mentioned, this guitar looks okay. And, you know, I'll say it again. I feel like I have a responsibility to tell you guys about imperfections and just, you know, share my real world experiences with you. But for me personally as the player, I don't care. All right, and I'll say that again, like I don't care about imperfections. Do I want my guitar to show up with imperfections? No, not really. But again, we're talking super budget friendly, so the QC or lack thereof is not the most prominent thing with budget friendly guitars. And I'm gonna just beat this thing up anyway, so it's kind of cool to me in a way, but I understand I'm in the vast minority with that. So overall, everybody, this guitar is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a Warrior. I wanted to try one out. I wanted to see what these things were all about, see how they feel, and then inevitably see if I can gel with one of these. So I'm going to take some time to really set this thing up, and I'm going to do a dedicated video on this guitar. I wanted to give you guys a video today that is just a first impressions, what it looks like out of the box, how does it feel, my overall thoughts and opinions. This thing feels like an Explorer, but a really tiny Explorer. And first impressions, it's a little, get out of here. It's a little foreign to me. It's a little interesting feeling. But if this is not one of the coolest guitar shapes ever, I don't know what it is. I mean, depending on who you ask, you could either love it or hate it. I don't really think there's going to be an in-between with a Jackson Warrior. But dude, I have my very own first Jackson Warrior, and I can't wait to make this guitar more of my own. The goal with this guitar was to keep it, modify it, play it live, make music with it, record with it, release music out to the world under my name. And yeah, so like this guitar will be able to do exactly all of that. But in the meantime, I'm going to sit with this thing. I'm going to toy with it, play with it, check it out, make it feel more comfortable for me. And then after I do a dedicated review of this guitar and demo and just showcase, I'm going to do what I always do. Rip out the pickups, probably just have one bridge pickup, put a picture in the neck, probably paint it a different color because all black, it's cool, but it's not really my style. And especially during live shows and under stage lights, I want it to pop. So we're talking like some whites, some pinks, some jungle greens, you know, something to where this guitar looks a little bit more eye-catching, I guess we'll say. But that's it, everybody. That's today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts and opinions of this guitar. I'll be sure to document all of the imperfections and perfections because this thing looks sick. And with that being said, everybody, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in a video very, very soon. Later.